Euthanasia, also known as assisted suicide, is defined as the deliberate killing through physician administration of a patient suffering from a terminal or incurable disease. There are two types of euthanasia, passive and active. The first of the two, passive euthanasia, involves omitting steps to save a life or withdrawing treatment. An example of this would be taking a patient off of life support or off of a ventilator. On the other hand, active euthanasia involves taking steps to terminate a life. This pertains to injecting lethal substances into a patient. Euthanasia dates all the way back to 400 BC in ancient Greece when the Hippocratic Oath was born. It was originally rejected by Hippocrates, the father of medicine, but has recently been accepted and supported in nations around the world. States in America that have legalized the use of euthanasia include Washington, Oregon, Vermont, Montana, and California. I believe euthanasia should be legalized for its moral, emotional, and economic benefits. When a terminally ill patient is told they only have a few days, weeks, or months to live, it is suggested that they spend their last moments in an end-of-life care facility. Homes like these, such as hospice, provide all the care of a hospital and all the comfort of a home. Although this sounds like a viable option, the patient's death remains unknown and becomes a lingering burden. This is why patients like Brittany Maynard choose assisted suicide to end their suffering in a calm, comfortable, and peaceful way.
Really, I risk it. I risk it every day that I wake up. And I do it because I still feel good enough, and I still have enough joy, and I still laugh and smile with my family and friends enough that it doesn't seem like the right time right now, but it will come because I feel myself getting sicker. It's happening each week.
Euthanasia also falls under basic human rights. The right to live includes the right to die, and the right to not be forced to suffer. It should be considered as much of a crime to make someone live who, with justification, does not wish to continue as it is to take life without consent. Sir Robert Lesson is known as the world's 17th top economist. He believes that legalizing euthanasia will prove to be economically beneficial not only for the patient's family but the community as well. According to Lesson's research, more than a quarter of Medicare's annual budget is spent on end-of-life care, which conclusively limits the funding of other patients and projects that are arguably more beneficial. Lesson also claims that since taxpayer money can only be spent once, it should be focused on cases with a favorable outcome rather than life-sustaining treatment for the terminally ill. On the other hand, euthanasia reduces the financial burden on the patient's family. For life-sustaining treatments such as ventilation, dialysis, antibiotics, blood transfusions, surgeries, respirators, and life support can cost thousands of dollars each day, an average cost of $21,718 for each terminally ill patient. For families who may not have the finances to keep their loved ones alive for as long as possible, euthanasia can be seen as a viable alternative for cost reduction.